Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a special JVS preview of the new season of Doom Patrol, which starts on June 25th. It's going to air on HBO Max and DC Universe at the same time. Both of them debut on June 25th. I believe both is debuting the first two episodes of it. Today, we're going to preview the first three episodes of it, but also nice information I found out today that on YouTube, starting on Monday, YouTube will debut the first three episodes of season 2 of Doom Patrol. So you won't have to wait too long to figure out what the heck I'm talking about with this amazing show. But let's get into a quick synopsis of season 2. Following the defeat of Mr. Nobody, the members of Doom Patrol find themselves mini-sized and stranded on Cliff's toy race car track. Here, they begin dealing with their feelings of betrayal by Dr. Caulder and confronting their own personal baggage. So, that's a good way to put the way this season works out. Again, because this is more of a preview than a review of it, I'm not going to give you too much stuff, but I'm still going to give you enough to understand exactly where we're going at with this season. So, again, the season picks up right at the end of the first season. We have the bearded hunter and Mr. Nobody are trapped in the painting. We have the rest of the team miniature sized. We have Danny, who was a prominent player in first season with the hilariousness of it all, has now been reduced to just being a brick instead of a city. And we also get to introduction of Dorothy, Niles' daughter, is finally revealed again and plays a very prominent role in these first three episodes of this new season. To me, so far, it seems like they built the character to bring more heart into the show for a show that had lots of heart already, but they play it perfectly. But before I get way too deep into her character, again, let's just talk about some other things that we actually do get to see in this season, which is everyone dealing with their personal baggage after the revelations that were made by Dr. Coulter at the end of season 1. So we see Rita starts off attempting to control her powers. Now, this dynamic between her and Cyborg as he's attempting to train her to control her powers, but I think he also believes he's training her to be a superhero, something that Rita will not admit to wanting to be, but it's clear and obvious that that's actually what her goal is. Their scenes together are great. Her attempting to control her powers are great. All of that really works, and it really, really works well. Meantime, we also have Cyborg dealing with all his personal demons from season 1. If you remember season 1, you remember the rampage he went on at the end of season 1, unbeknownst to him that he was actually doing it because he was actually being controlled by Mr. Nobody. And just the ramifications of that, dealing with everything of that nature. We see him going to meetings to deal with these issues. We get an interesting new character added to the mix from Cyborg going into these meetings that you all will like. It leads to a very interesting scene in about episode 3 with Cyborg that I personally have questions about, but other people I think will also have questions about it, but it's not bad questions. It's funny questions, and it's kind of different questions, which is what Doom Patrol always leads to. And then we get Cliff, who is still Cliff. Brandon Fraser plays him very angry, very just scatterbrained at time, and I love it, every bit of it. Cliff is the comic relief on the show, and it works perfectly here with him still having to deal with everything. We see him constantly attempting to work on a toy car to get the toy car to move. Hilarious. Everything about it is funny. And then we get Jane, who is taking opioids to control the rest of her personalities. And throughout these first 3 episodes, we see the ramifications of her taking these treatments that, there's no way in heck she's supposed to be doing. And the way her personalities are reacting to her taking this, and just when we get to by the end of the 3rd episode, it looks like this is going to be a great season for Jane and for her just to deal with her personal demons and trying to get everything else under control. Then we have Larry. I'll drop one hint of a spoiler here with Larry because I think it's the best part of it. We actually get to see him interact with his son in this episode. We get to see him act from this first 3 episodes. We get to see him interact with his son from when he was a little kid all the way up to now his son, which is around a 70 or 80-year-old man. And they're short interactions, but they are so pivotal on what this character is and how the negative spirit is attempting to push him to be a better person and to confront some of his issues so he can move past them. Again, this is what Doom Patrol does. It's deep, it's dark, it at times is scary, it's everything you would want. Now, again, quickly about season 2. A lot of people questioned from the beginning, why was this going to be on HBO Max and none of the rest of the DC Universe shows on HBO Max? After the first episode, you'll have all your answers. To me, the production value went up. I think the weirdness factor went up. The darkness factor went up. This season, this first 3 episodes are darker than any episodes in season 1. And I think it sets the tone for that. A lot to do with Dorothy. It really sets the tone for that while still holding on to its comedic elements, still holding on to the weirdness that we get. We even get a very weird killer. I don't know if it's going to be a character we're going to constantly see this season. I hope so. But by episode 3, we're introduced to a killer that resembles a very famous killer. And it really, really works well, especially in Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is doing a great job of not treating its audience like we need to walk you through the weirdness. It drops you in it and then expects you to figure it out because they figure their audience is smart enough at this point to understand the type of show that they're getting, and it works. It works extremely well. And I think with the production value going up, I think, again, just everything is elevated in these first 3 episodes. Everything's elevated from the first season, and I think a lot of it has to do with to move to HBO Max, as we've seen with Stargirl when it's joined with CW and DC Universe, how the budget went up. I think the same thing with Max. I think with this, they were able to throw a bigger budget behind season 2 of Doom Patrol, while also informing you, like, wow, the rest of the shows kind of are connected. The live action shows, the goal was for them to be connected on DC Universe, and Doom Patrol always stood out as the weird type of show. And I think HBO Max snatched it up thinking, this show can be huge. This show was kind of held back a little bit being on DC Universe, and now with HBO Max with a broader audience, more people are going to love it, more people are going to see it, and you understand that from the first episode. Again, if you're expecting as light-hearted a show as you got in the first season, it's not here in the first 3 episodes. Again, these episodes are dark, but they are still funny. They are still weird. Everything you love in season 1 is here, just with a much darker tone, a much more serious tone. The only thing so far missing out of these first 3 episodes is it's no revelation of a big bad. No Mr. Nobody has been shown for this season. And I think that's for the best part of it. After the end of season 1, you don't need a big bad for season 2, and we kind of get that here. And these first 3 episodes just play amounts of all of them trying to play off each other. So, check it out. Again, it drops on June 25th on HBO Max and on the DC Universe. It also will drop on YouTube Monday, June 22nd. All 3 first episodes for free for anybody to catch and watch. Please check it out. This has been another JVS preview of Doom Patrol Season 2. Peace, people.